Okay, so here we go, finishing off his beard at the front. Don't worry too much about the tidiness of it, because we can always tidy this up afterwards at the end, or we can always add bits to it and shape it at the end when we get the hat on. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is make the arms and the feet. So we've got 10 grams of the body wool. You can use a different colour if you wish. You could maybe give him some red arms or some black arms and some black feet, or just go with your artistic flair, do whichever you want. So we've got some Bergstraff wool here. Again, I've used 5 and split it into 2, so there's about 2.5 grams of wool here. Okay, so a nice square piece. Probably just fold the end bits in a little bit so we've got more of an oblong than a square. Okay, so take the wool and we're going to roll it now as tight as you can. Okay, don't have it too long because we don't want his arms massive. Okay, keep it tight, roll it all the way around to the end, and then tack on the end bits. Watch your fingers. We're going to leave this end a little bit frayed because this is a bit we're going to attach to the body, so we need that quite fluffy. So we've got some fibres to felt into the felt to hold it onto the body. We don't want his arms falling off. Okay, so felt and felt. Keep turning it round again like we did on the stick to get a nice even felting. You want a nice oblong shape. No lumps and bumps in his arms. Okay, so you're going to continue to felt that for about 5 minutes until you're happy that it's nice and tight. Okay, we don't want big fat arms. So when it's nice and tight, what we're going to do is take the end of the wool, that's not the bit we're going to attach to the body, and fold it back like this. So we're making a little fist, a nice little bud shape on the end of his arm for his fist. Okay, tack that back, watch your fingers again. I keep saying that, I know, but I've stuck this felting needle through my finger and it really hurts, so just be very careful. Okay. Tacking any loose bits of fibre. Okay, keep going round. Obviously yours is going to be a bit tighter than mine because you've felted for longer. Okay, so you can see here now that we've got this nice little fist shape on the end of the arm because we folded the wool back. So we're going to make it more obvious by just going round, creating the shape of a little hand on the end of his arm. Okay, so yours again is going to be tighter than this, but I'm just going to show you now. So this is how we're going to create some fingers. Now you can either do I'm just going to do 2 lines, but you can do 3 if you want 4 fingers, but I just like to have 3 little fingers on the end. So we're going to create a finger by taking the needle, we're going to angle it this way and take it down in a straight line to the bottom, from the top to the bottom. Keep going over the same line because that then creates an indentation, which then itself creates a little finger. Okay, so move along that hand and create another indentation and work down towards the fold of his fingers. Okay, so can you see that now you have a nice little kind of hand shape. Turn it over, find the bottom of the line, and you can make it a little bit more obvious by making the indentation underneath the hand as well. Okay, so keep on felting all the way around until you get a nice compacted arm and more obvious sort of shape of his fingers. Don't worry if you have these little pieces of, I think they're straw, in amongst the wool, you can always pull them out. Okay, so this is one that we made earlier, or 2 that I made earlier. As you can see, they are smaller, a little bit more compact, a little bit neater. Okay, we're going to attach these to the body now. So these need to go on around about, I would say, just about the ear area, just possibly just to come below the ear. Not from the centre of the back, but from the side of his body, so you can actually see his arms when his hat gets on. Okay, so we're going to use this bit of wool that we didn't felt here to attach it to the body. You can either angle it straight across or have it sort of coming down the body at I would say 90 degrees. I like to angle mine down. It looks cuter. I'm going to attach that arm. I'm just going to move on to the other side. Obviously you're going to attach it a little bit firmer than that, but we're going to attach the other one as well. The other side really quickly. Obviously check before you needle felt it on, which I didn't, that they're equal, which they are, quite luckily. Okay, and again, you're going to have to secure that a bit better than I have. Get rid of all this loose hair, but just quickly moving on. Now we're going to make his feet. Okay, you can either make, just go with your artistic flair here and make whatever shape feet you want, but just as an example, I've made these little triangular ones with little pom-poms on the end. Okay, again, you'll need to take a piece of, I would say about 5 grams of the wool, divide it in half, so you've got 2.5 grams in each, and these attach to the bottom of his body. Okay, we make the triangular shape by taking a square again, and then you'll just fold it into a triangle. Okay, and then felt it. Watch your fingers. Now you need to felt that quite hard again, like the arms, but you just work on that shape. Keep felting and felting and felting. Obviously you can shape it to whatever shape you want, but this one's going to be a triangle. Okay, so you need to felt that until it's fairly firm, and at the far end you can kind of fold that back just to tidy it up a little bit, but keep felting with this triangular shape. To create the curl of the wool at the end for his little boot, what we're going to do is take the needle, well, after you've felted this fairly hard, okay, like this, take your needle, bend the wool, bend your work, and needle felt towards the bend, which pulls the top layer of wool towards the centre of the boot. It'll pull this point down to here, and it'll create that curl. Okay, so you take your needle and you work upwards towards the bend of your work. Okay, the other shape you can do, you can take your wool and you can roll it into a ball. Whoop! Maybe get some Vaseline on your hands and roll it, okay, till it's felted itself. It kind of felts itself while you're rolling like this. The fibres kind of knit together, so it gives you a bit of a head start. So you've got a ball, and you just roll it round as a ball shape, like we did before. Just keep rolling it round until you create yourself a little hard ball like this. And this foot is just another example. You can kind of go on the outside like this, so you can have his feet facing upwards like that if you wish. This goes on the outside edge here around the bottom, so you just felt that onto there, but today we're going to put triangular boots onto him. Okay, so we're going to take these, we're going to angle these slightly outwards towards his fingers. I'm just going to quickly tack this on, but obviously you're going to be able to spend more time making it more secure, but for the sake of this video I'm just going to quickly do it. But you just work on that for a few minutes, make sure it's secure. Take your other boot, put it onto that side. Just check your work before you actually tack it on. Make sure that you're happy with the angles and everything. Make sure they're both looking fairly similar. And again, you just keep working on that, make sure it's really secure. I've just got to move on really quickly. Okay, so there we go. Now we're going to put his hat on. While I'm doing that, I'm just going to turn on the glue gun. Okay, secure his hat into place, take your needle, and just go around your work. That just holds it on. Now then, we can do something about this beard now. Just shape it a little bit. Maybe add some more. No, maybe he doesn't need any more. No, I think he's quite cute as he is. Let's put some down the side. Yeah, a little bit more. Just while we're waiting for the glue gun to get warm. There we are. Okay, tell you what else you can do too. You can give him a moustache. So take one of your locks, cut it in half. Okay, find the centre of the lock, pop it underneath his nose and run it horizontally underneath his nose. Take your needle and just tack the centre of the curl under his nose, just slightly to the right of his nose, because this is going to be the moustache going from the right. Take that end and curl it back, watch your fingers, and then tack it on the fold under his nose. Okay, so that's his little moustache going that way, and then we're going to create one the other way. Take a lock, cut it in half, fold it in half, find the centre. Okay, again, now we're going to take it slightly to the left under his nose, tack the centre of the curl, and then fold it back. And again, that's the other side of his moustache. Okay, and you can just shape this by tacking it round. Okay, right, now then we're going to stick on. We have some accessories for his hat here. You can put all sorts of things on. You can pop him a bell on the top, or any of these little seed cases, sycamore seeds, which are quite cute, acorns. I like all this natural stuff. You can buy little pom-poms or anything, but I'm going to put on a feather and a little tiny pine cone that I've found that I've covered in glitter. Okay, so I'm going to glue that onto the side if my glue gun's hot. Tidy him up a little bit. Obviously you'll have spent more time tacking these feet on, so you'll have a flatter surface area here. Now then, I have here, you can either put him on a pair of skis, and I've got some, I bought some lollipop sticks, and what you do is you dip them in boiling water, get them really hot, and then you bend them back at the end around a spoon to create the curve at the end of the ski. Or you just buy a piece of flat wood and then just glue him onto there, which gives him a good surface to stand up on your mantelpiece on. so he's not going to fall over. Also, I have some pincho sticks that I bought online that I like to just stick in their hand. So he's got his little stick. Okay, and there we have him. Our little gnome. Enjoy. Have fun making them. And mind your fingers. Thank you for watching. Bye.